We now invite your attention to a brief video on the world famous Sri Lankan sapphires.
Home of the world's oldest cultural and religious pageant, the Kandiasana Perahara is also home to the finest sapphires ever discovered. Come find yours. Sapphire Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka, home to spectacular wilderness and diverse wildlife, is also home to the world's finest sapphires. Come find yours. Sapphire Sri Lanka. Your past, your present, your future. Your ebbs and flows, your highs and lows, your depths, your inspiration, your mystery, your history, your adventure, your luck. All your stars align. Your truth, your strength.
We now move to the virtual presentation by the Board of Investment of Sri Lanka on investment opportunities and the country's business ecosystem.
Jangan mau dibandingkan. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dhamika Basnayaka, Director Investment Promotion at the Board of Investment of Sri Lanka. Am I audible? Can you hear? Yes. Yeah. It's a pleasure to join you today online. Actually, I would like to thank the Bombay Chamber of Commerce for the opportunity given to us to connect with you and invite the Bombay business community to invest in Sri Lanka and unlock the business opportunities. Actually, Sri Lanka is not a just investment destination. It's a strategic platform for Bombay business community to invest in expand their business in Asia and grow their business in Asia. With that in mind, I would like to take you through our strong and long-standing economic partnership. If we talk about the business trade between Sri Lanka and India, we have already exceeds 5.3 billion business between India and Sri Lanka. The cumulative Indian FDI already exceed more than 2.5 billion. We have already Indians invest in Sri Lanka more than 161 companies. 161 companies are in operation. Employment generations are over 12,000. We have already signed free trade agreement with India in 2000, giving more than 4,200 products from Sri Lanka to Indian market at zero duty. Also, we are under negotiations economic and technology cooperation agreement aim to expand beyond goods into services sector, tech collaboration, investment protection. Now you may be wondering why Sri Lanka for your investment. There are three main reasons actually for you to consider Sri Lanka as your investment destination. First one is strategic location. Second one is talent and educated workforce. Third one is market access. You already know Sri Lanka is strategically located and connected with major shipping routes. We have well developed ports, deepest port in South Asia. You can it is easily you can connect with the international market. If we talk about our talented education workforce, 18 state universities and 19 higher education institutes, 1,346 tertiary and vocational training institutes produce 40,000 graduates per year and 225,000 tech students per annum. I should mention the employees, the workforce in Sri Lanka is very loyal. They don't move from company to company after the salaries. When they are treated well, they are staying in the companies more than years. This is the characteristic of the Sri Lankan employees. Let's see the market access. We have Sri Lanka is the only country that has signed free trade agreement with India and Pakistan. You can trade with Sri Lanka, India and Pakistan if you are invested in Sri Lanka. Also, we have signed. We have facilities, duty-free facilities, UK developing countries training scheme. There are even Singapore, Thailand agreements also provide to duty-free access. Now let's see what is the investment policy in Sri Lanka. Actually, you can invest in Sri Lanka. Almost all areas are open for the foreigners to invest. You can own 100% foreign ownership, and also you can repatriate the 100% profits of you are earning. There is no restriction. You have to keep some amount of your earnings. You can 100% repatriate, and also our strong intellectual property laws in line with the WIPO regulations. Attractive. Also, we provide a lot of investment incentives like tax holidays, capital allowance, capital enhanced allowance, import duty exemptions. You can import your construction materials, your machinery, raw materials on duty-free basis. The BOI provide all the facilities for you to import and export. Also, we have signed investment protection agreements with 26 countries. India is one of the countries that we have signed the investment protections agreement. Also, double taxation and relief agreements also we have signed with 46 countries. India is included that. You can, if you pay taxes in Sri Lanka, you don't want to pay taxes in India. That's the benefit you can get from this investment climate. As I said, there are many areas open for the foreigners to invest in Sri Lanka, but there are few areas we consider for the investment, actually manufacturing and export processing, agro processing, fisheries, logistics, tourism and hospitality. These are the few areas we highlighted here. Basically, for the manufacturing, we encourage technology intensive projects, not the labor intensive projects, and higher value addition, at least more than 35 value addition needed. Let's go to the next slide. I explained you the sectors, potential sectors you can invest. Now let's see the structured projects we are available in BOI for you to invest. There are many areas we have structured project: tourism and leisure, manufacturing, transport, logistics. Actually, I'm not going to explain the detail because of the time constraints. All these details of details are included in our website. You can refer the website, and if you have any queries, any problems, you can contact us. We'll give our contact details later. And other areas, ICT, agriculture, business development, renewable energy. These are the areas we have structured some projects for you to invest. Actually, from now I'll explain you the presentation we are giving to you. From the business idea created, generated in your mind, we will help you to get the idea as a reality. All throughout your business cycle, we are helping you from the application to the to run the business until you earn the profits. Not only that, throughout your whole project, we are facilitating. We are giving the approvals. We help you to find the land. We help you to get the import and exports done. Everything we are helping. BOI is actually your friend in Sri Lanka to help to get your project done. Let's go back. Now I think because of the time constraints, we didn't expand our project or presentation. We limited it to very few areas. If you have any queries, you can raise now. Even later, you can raise your questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We now invite the delegation to extend an invitation to participate in Sri Lanka Expo 2027 as exhibitors or visitors. Now floor is open for Q&A. Anybody? Anyone has a question?
Any one of you can choose to answer this. I don't know who it should be addressed to. But all of you talked about primarily products, whether it's investment or exports, it's products. What about services? I saw one slide which talked about professional services also. So I'm a headhunter, I'm in the HR business. So I'd be particularly interested in knowing what opportunities Sri Lanka offers for this.
Thank you very much. The question you raised, yes, in our export sector, that services sector is one of the key areas, including our education services. So right now we are changing some policy level from our end to increasing that revenue from this side. As a headhunter, if you're having that kind of investment arm here, you also can work with Sri Lankan authority. So then I can pass those information to you. Please share your information with us. So which area you want to get handled from our in ICT or some other, whichever sectors area will support you. So that is now possible in Sri Lanka, yes.
Thank you. So does the Sri Lanka corporate sector or MSMEs look at hiring Indian professionals, or do you look at exporting Sri Lankan professionals to Indian companies here? How does it work?
Yeah, very good one. So SM is one of the key sectors in Sri Lanka. Basically, that sector represents from the total GDP 52%. From the export side, right now contribution is below 10%. So that is why our national export development plan, we are targeting to reach more than 25%. Yes, of course, from that end, sometimes we need some consultancy support from UN too, because that when we are increasing from 10% to 25% within 5 years, there is a good jump. And also from the EDB side too, we are also giving lot of capacity development program, some training for the SME sector, but that is not enough. But SME sector company here, sometimes we need them that kind of services from UN too, because we want to utilize the expertise, not from Sri Lankan professionals. Sometimes we are using expertise who are having good international collaboration. From UN, that was very much opportunity. It is right to us. If there are any requirements, we can inform the relevant our exporters, because we are having the relevant database right now we are having.
Very well, thank you. Hi, we saw a lot of export products from Sri Lanka, right? I also want to know what are the products which are imported from India to Sri Lanka, if you.
Yes. Right now, basically per annum, India is our second import-oriented country, basically 5.2 million last year. Mainly we are importing right now the petroleum product, pharmaceutical product. So again some other, say the food and beverage category. So some chemical products. So then again some what you call apparel sector, we are importing lot of fabric. Those are the mainly we are importing. But there's another potential because right now Sri Lanka we are increasing our manufacturing arm as well, because when we are increasing export, there should be a importation increasement as well. That is why 3.7 million increase, 3 billion increase to the 4.3 billion. Hopefully this year can be more than 5 billion level. So we are increasing lot of imports from UN too. And other than that, last year we allow our vehicle importation. So with that, hopefully this year vehicle importation will be the first one. But anyway, that Sri Lanka we allow that vehicle importation after 5 years time period. Anyway, that most of the vehicle very much familiar, very much papers in Sri Lanka, including Suzuki, Maruti, Suzuki product too, and then agricultural machinery too. Because Sri Lanka basically we are importing lot of agricultural machinery from India. So that is another sector. So machinery, and again the vehicle importation machinery, then pharmaceutical, then again our what you call the petroleum products, because we are importing lot of petroleum product from here too. So then those are the key area right now we are importing.
Anything to do with healthcare? Healthcare?
Healthcare, yes, that's a pharmaceutical product, including pharmaceutical. That's healthcare product. But there's a huge growing market. Now, for information, right now we are getting lot of tourists arrival to from India too. With that, we are having lot of healthcare sector improvement as well. So we are getting lot of Indian consultant, Indian patients are coming to Sri Lanka for the surgery and all. There's a huge market expansion too. Yes.
Thank you.
Good afternoon and a warm welcome to all
Last
of you.
question.
We just saw that in the presentation that the Sri Lankan government is supporting, and we as an Indian investor, when we come to Sri Lanka, not just the trade between Sri Lanka and India, my question is what kind of support we can expect from Sri Lankan government to, if we have to export to other countries like Middle East, Europe, Africa, US. So what is that is there any arrangements or what is that support we can expect?
Yeah, that's a good question you asked. So that's the main purpose we are also promoting. So Sri Lanka we have used as a trading arm, export hub. So then with that, so that is a BO also now clearly mentioned that now they are having some investment ready, export ready projects as well. So when you come as a say export ready operation, so they have some tailor-made operation, include the export what we call plug and play operation. So zones are available, they have the relevant approval, so you need to go to the relevant approval, so you will be able to get the approval soon. Then you can manufacture Sri Lanka, you can utilize the duty benefit from India to Sri Lanka then, so then you can export to the other destination. So that is also what is our intention too, because we are expecting lot of investors, they should come Sri Lanka, manufacture then re-export. So that is why Japanese also coming to Sri Lanka.
Okay.
Please utilize that arm, because Sri Lanka right now we are having 4 FTA.
Okay.
So we are planning to have another few FTAs too, targeting including Middle East, targeting those countries. Please understand our with the National Export Development Plan, our main target is the product diversification. Other thing is the market diversification. Market diversification right now, because of whole market, export market 25% from the USA market and the 23% from the EU market. But we are right to further we are strengthening those markets. We are trying to move into the African, Middle East and the ASEAN country too. So therefore, as an investor, if you can Sri Lanka, you can utilize those Sri Lankan all the resources available here. Yes.
Thank you very much, sir.
And if you have anything when you come to Sri Lanka export related matter, please come and discuss with us. So we are willing to do that support, and also from the BOI side, they also will give us support. So export related matter, please talk to us. So we are willing to give that support.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, please.
Yeah, thank you. Now we are coming up with the.
One second from our end. Just please explain.
Just to add some points to the Chairman Export Development Board from the Sri Lanka Consulate Minister Commercial. First question you raised about the services sector. So far we are having the free trade agreement with India and Sri Lanka that is focusing with the goods sector. And we have negotiations to expand this free trade agreement including the services and investment. And we will restart the negotiations, I think, in the coming months. Then services sectors also will include. Upon the negotiations, it will expand facilities in the services sector for exchanging from India and Sri Lanka, between India and Sri Lanka. Then just add to your point regarding the investment part. Certainly, Chairman explained about what are the capacities we are having to export not only bilateral between India and Sri Lanka, to expand to the other countries. Other than these free trade agreements, you may have heard about Sri Lanka is one of the 9 countries with the GSP plus benefit under the EU GSP. With that, even a lot of countries, they have come to the Sri Lanka for investment in the manufacturing sector. When we are manufacturing, they can use your Indian raw materials coming to Sri Lanka and manufacture, having value addition in Sri Lanka and export back to Europe with the GSP plus duty-free service. At the current position, Sri Lanka is getting 0 duty under GSP plus, while India is with the standard GSP, that is with some percentage of duties. That benefit also you can add with Sri Lanka. But also, Sri Lanka is one of the beneficiary countries with several agreements. Under these free trade agreements, they are giving cumulative rules of origin criteria. That is with the SARC accumulation, then we can utilize Indian raw materials. Considering as the Sri Lankan origin under the cumulative rules of origin criteria, then there is another opportunity. Investors from India, they can utilize Indian raw materials to manufacture products in Sri Lanka, targeting the world market with the opportunities getting that duty concessions. Thank you.
I have a quick question. I'm sorry. Just because there's lack of time, I don't want to take more time. Are you available? Can we share the contact details? Because I had a specific detailed discussion around Sri Lanka being a hub for petroleum, petrochemical, and chemical trading, like Singapore, you have plants in the Middle East. So we'd like to take that discussion forward, maybe offline. If you can just provide your details.
From our end.
I think this forum would be. I'll be taking up the time.
Yes, we are here, based in the Sri Lanka Consulate in Fort, South Mumbai, and our contact details are here, and all the delegation contact details, you can get it through the QR code we have displayed at the registration desk.
Will you be available after this?
Of course, yes.